Come sail aboard with us on the Disney Treasure.
Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I am Joe, and last month, me and my family, we took our very first Disney cruise aboard the Disney Treasure. So this is going to be a whole series of videos covering each day of the cruise and everything that we did on it. We're going to teach you some stuff that we learned in the process, and we're just going to have a whole lot of fun. But first, we actually got to get to Florida, and what we did is we actually flew out to Orlando a day early, and we decided to stay at Disney's All-Star Music Resort. We dropped our bags at luggage services while we waited for our rooms to be ready and grabbed a bite at the intermission food court. A little tip at the Disney resorts when you're being frugal, order the kids meals. They're still a really decent sized portion and they're a whole heck of a lot cheaper. And they come with drinks and sides. So what was our plan for the day? We don't have park tickets for our stay the day before the cruise or our stay the day after the cruise. Stay tuned for that. So the plan was to do a little bit of resort hopping throughout the day and use as many different modes of transportation as we could in the process. Our first stop was Magic Kingdom via bus so that we could take our next step. And we have got off the buses at Magic Kingdom and we're heading over to the monorail. And we're going to take the monorail and we're going to go check out the Contemporary Resort, hang out there for a brief moment, and then go over to Polynesian, check that out, then come back around here and then catch the bus to go to Hollywood Studios. So close. Next time. We hopped on the monorail to make our way to the first resort of the trip, Disney's Contemporary Resort. Just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Magic Kingdom with the train going right inside the resort. We checked out BVG, also known as Bayview Gifts, to check out the merch. As you'll find anywhere during the holidays, you'll find a lot of seasonal goods, from home goods to clothing and everything in between. We took some time to admire the design in the building, including this amazing tile work, before hopping back on the monorail. We ended up skipping the Polynesian because we were informed that our room was ready and the family really just wanted to get some rest after such an early start. So we made our way all the way back around to Magic Kingdom via the monorail and headed back to All-Star Music via the bus. But while they were resting, that gave me a chance to explore All-Star Music Resort. I took a walk around the entire grounds. I ended up shooting a whole video for it, so if you're interested in seeing that, you can click the card above or the link down below in the description. Once everyone was rested up, we grabbed a bus to Disney's Hollywood Studios to catch the Skyliner to Epcot. From there, we took a walk over to the resort, specifically the Boardwalk Inn, where we could grab ourselves a yummy snack at Blue Ribbon Corn Dogs, the foot-long mozzarella stick. They have a different marinara from the last time we were here. It used to be some prepackaged stuff. To save some steps, we grabbed the boat from the boardwalk back to the Skyliner and took it to one last resort, Disney's Pop Century, where we explored the resort and checked out their merch. Once again, there's a lot of holiday stuff and generic merch. Are these just big ornaments? Fun? If I wasn't terrified of having glass ornaments. But I was happy to be back at Pop Century after our trip last year. If you're interested in seeing that one, you can click right here. There's a whole series just for that trip too. And that was it for day 0 of our vacation. We were off to sleep. We had an early morning next day because we had to catch the shuttle to Port Canaveral for the cruise. Hey baby, join me. It is 6:42. It is Embarkation Day. We are at the Disney's All-Star Music Resort and we're just getting some beverages. Bell Services is going to be coming to pick up our bags because we're taking the DCL shuttle. So they will come and pick up the bags. We will be there at 9:45 and we'll be getting on the bus, and that's when you're going to see us next. We want private time while we drink. Coffee. We grabbed a little breakfast ahead of our trip to Port Canaveral, and then we made our way onto the bus just a couple minutes behind schedule, but we were there to witness something really special, a Disney cast member's last day on the job.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Y'all ready to go?
You bet.
First off, I'm going to apologize for being 5 minutes late leaving. Okay. My name is Larry. My partner today is Paul. Your driver is Earl. Okay. In a couple of minutes, you're going to depart for Port Canaveral, Florida, where you're going to board the beautiful SS Minnow for a 3-hour tour. I'm glad some people laugh. I get a lot of them that don't understand that.
They don't get it.
No.
Too young. Yeah.
Okay? That's why we have all the kids on here. Okay? It's going to be about an hour ride out to the port this morning. Sit back, relax, enjoy our video. Okay? Anybody have any questions?
No.
Okay. Thank you for sailing with Disney Cruise Line and have a wonderful cruise.
Thank you.
Thank you.
On behalf of the All-Star Music Resort, Larry has been presented.
Oh, no way. Hold on.
I could talk without a mic. Larry has been presented the rock star of the day.
Yay!
That's from your friends here at
Thank you.
Music. Bon voyage, you're going to 80-degree weather. So enjoy it. Bon
Thank
voyage,
you.
everyone.
Thank
Have
you.
a wonderful cruise.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm happy for him, but I didn't know Rockstar for a Day was up for grabs. The shuttle takes about 45 minutes from the resort to the port. As you get closer, you can see the ships from all sorts of cruise lines that port together, which is really cool. There were 5 different ships that port, all awaiting passengers this morning. We got our first close look at the Disney Treasure before pulling into the Disney Cruise Line terminal. So because we took the shuttle, the check-in process was a little different. What you usually do, and what we did do, is 30 days before we did the whole check-in process online, and depending on how quickly you did all that, that's what determined what your boarding group was. Now, people in higher tiers can check in earlier, so their boarding group can be earlier, but because we were on the shuttle, we were given a special boarding group that was allowed to go in the second we got there. Also, because we took a Disney shuttle from the resort, they collected our bags in the morning and sent the bags ahead of us to the ship. So we didn't have to worry about getting the bags off of the shuttle and giving them to the porters and all that. We skipped that entire process. If you're going there on your own, either self-parking or taking a shuttle from some third-party hotel, you'll have to take your bags off and you'll have to give them to the porter. Make sure you have a little bit of money to tip the porter. They're from a third-party organization. They're not affiliated with Disney. Now, if you're getting there on your own, there are going to be posts for the different check-in times outside of the terminal. You'd go find where you're supposed to be and then queue up there. And they do a very good job of getting you through and getting you into the terminal on time. Because we got in right away, we had our selection of the different lines. So you have your standard line if you're not part of the Castaway Club or anything like that. That's going to be your longest line, but it did move at a really good clip. Then you have your Castaway Club lines. You have the standard one, and then you have the ones for the higher tier like Pearl and Diamond. Those ones are very short, very exclusive, so they don't have to wait as long. As for what you need when you check in, you are going to need your port arrival form. That gets emailed to you ahead of time. Now, we did have a problem with that. We had 2 separate parties going onto the ship. One of our parties didn't receive a port arrival form. We did, but it was an easy enough process. They showed their IDs, they were able to locate the room, and they were let on the ship without a hassle. IDs, that is the next part we need to talk about. You're going to need an official photo ID to get on. That's going to be your passport in 99.999% of situations. There are some scenarios where, as a US citizen, you can actually just use your driver's license to get on. That also includes getting on and off at different ports, but I'd recommend that you go online and check what those scenarios are and go through the emails that they send to you, because that information is often included in there as well. You want to make sure that you have everything that you need to get on board. If you are bringing alcohol on board, that's either 2 750 milliliter bottles of wine or a 6-pack of beer. Those need to be in your carry-on, not your checked bags, so they can look at it. If you're bringing soda aboard, or where I'm from, pop, it's unlimited. You can bring as much as you want as long as it's all factory sealed, either bottles or cans, but that also has to be in your carry-on. Once check-in is done, you can wait in the terminal for your boarding group to be called, at which point you make the walk through the mouse ears and you're one step closer to the ship. You guys good? Oh, wait for Grandma.
Welcome aboard, guys.
Oh,
Have a great cruise.
thank you very much.
Hi.
Disney Treasure, please welcome aboard the Finley family.
Woohoo! Oh my lord. Hey!
Disney Treasure, please welcome aboard the Gupta
Hello,
family.
Jasmine.
Disney
I can't put into words the feelings that rushed over me when I stepped onto the ship with my family's name being announced like that. To walk in and see the crew receiving you and the characters waving down at the balcony and just the sheer grandeur and beauty, it was a lot to process. It is overwhelming. Just walking by at Skipper Society. Ooh. The Haunted Mansion parlor right across the way. I'm gonna just try and see if it's on first try. No, not on first try. Maybe on second try? Nah, it didn't work. Now, when you get on the ship, you're going to want to connect to the ship's Wi-Fi right away. It is free to connect to their Wi-Fi for use of the Disney Cruise Line app, which is what you're going to use to book certain activities or just keep track of what's going on at any given time. You can also use it to chat with your sailing party, or you can add people to the app as you make friends, or if you're sailing separate from other friends and family. The sooner you get that done, the better, because you're going to get a lot of information, including what time the muster drill is, what your first restaurant is going to be, and everything like that. If you want to get additional Wi-Fi, and that's the Wi-Fi that allows you to access things like Facebook and potentially streaming and things like that, there are tiers of that available as well. It is a per day, per device charge, and it is not cheap, so you want to be a little bit mindful of that. Ahead of launch, we made our way to Micky and Fred's Festival of Foods. It's a food court on the main deck with counters like Goofy's Grill that makes burgers, hot dogs, and chicken tenders and fries. Minnie's Delights, where you can get soft serve ice cream and fresh fruit. Yeah, I'm gonna get an ice cream. Hi, how are you? Can I get a vanilla chocolate swirl, please?
Sure.
Thank you so much.
There you go.
Wonderful, thank you very much. Thank you. First ice cream of the cruise. That's the lookout. Okay, so we'll go around to the other side. It gives me time to eat my ice cream. Then you have Donald's Cantina, home of their Mexican cuisine like tacos, burritos, and bowls, all made to order. Daisy's Pizza Pies, the only counter that's open late during the cruise. And Mickey's Smokestack Barbecue with things like brisket and pulled pork and a selection of sides. So what do you want?
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger? Okay, I'm glad we walked all the way around this to go back to the first place.
Cheeseburger.
Good. I'm gonna have my very first Disney Cruise chicken tender. Look how big they are. All right, we ready for a bite? Oh my God. They don't lie. These chicken tenders hit so different. The fries are fantastic. We're off to a fantastic start, being only minutes in. Carrie and Abby split tacos from Donald's Cantina and picked up a number of different sauces, and Carrie wanted to try them out individually.
Chili lime. That's very lime.
Berry lime?
Very lime. Chipotle. Not bad, very smoky.
Okay.
You wouldn't like it.
Our first Disney cruise.
This is so fun. Jalapeno. Very jalapeno-y.
So far, very limey, very chipotle-y, and very jalapeno-y.
No, smoky.
Yes, but that's, yeah.
Smoky, not chipotle.
Okay.
All right. And garlic. Garlic something.
Garlic something.
It's just garlic hot
Franks with garlic.
Okay. Now, Miss Cassmon called for something that I think we need to do. We cheers for our very first cruise. Now we're the only ones here who have something to cheers. Reese will cheers with that.
We did the fajita vegetables with chicken, guacamole, corn salsa, sour cream, queso fresco, and then I put the lime hot sauce on.
Again, how is it?
It is delicious. So much flavor.
Well, I mean, if you put that many things on and there's not so much flavor, then what are we doing here? We took a last glance over at the terminals before going in to check to see if our rooms were ready. Now, a little change we made just as we checked in at the terminal, we decided to go up to guest services before we actually boarded the ship to check to see if there were any upgrades available. We had initially booked interior rooms. Those are the most affordable rooms that they have on the ship. So we went up and just saw if there was anything better available and how much it might be to see if it was worth our while. And for $229, we got upgraded to ocean view rooms. So those rooms have a window to the outside, which obviously interior rooms don't, but they're often more spacious as well, and that was really attractive to us. So we went ahead and did it, and it was a big savings, especially compared to if we would have booked that originally when we booked the cruise. And another interesting tip to have, even though we did not have our keys at the room yet, our magic bands were programmed for the room, so we were actually able to get in without having our keys. All right, so our new rooms are towards the front of the ship, and when I say towards the front of the ship, I mean we are the first room, and Mom and Reese are in the fourth room, I think. Oh, the way the light hits the walls too, even from like, look how pretty that is. That's so nice.
It's flashing red.
Yeah.
Why does mine not?
Okay, I don't. We'll figure that out. Oh my goodness! Check it out. It's a lot more roomy than the interiors. Oh, look at the back with the agrabah. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Got TV over here. A little space. And this is our ocean view. Well, ish. We're literally at the front of the boat.
Got a window at least.
So there will be people there from time to time. But we'll be able to see where we're going for sure. Awesome. So this turns into a bed. One won't come down from here. They said 3 was the maximum. And this is your shower and sink area. Oh, we don't have because we don't have keys. So we still don't have our keys, so we can't power the room. But this is our sink and shower area. And then separate from that, we got the commode and all of that. Reese, do you want to do a bed test for us?
Yes. Gladly. Wait, do I take my shoes off?
No, just don't worry.
Well, you're not gonna put your feet on.
God. So comfortable.
Now, one little mistake we made, and it's something that you can learn from, find out where the rooms are that you're agreeing to book, because we went from kind of between midship and forward to literally the frontmost rooms you could get on the ship. If you are unaware of how seasickness works, the front of the ship does the most of this, and that becomes problematic to people who are prone to seasickness. Now, I had my patch on, I was good. Carrie had her patch on. My kids didn't put a patch on. They wanted to see kind of how it was. My daughter got pretty seasick on the first day. She was fine after that. The water just kind of chilled out, but also she did have a patch on for the remainder of the trip. But these are the kind of things you want to know. You want to know if you're kind of moving out of an area that you're more comfortable being into an area where you might be a little less comfortable. They always talk about the art. This is the closest art to us. And look at that, Wally, beautiful stuff. Oh, so good. We're going to see all the art during this trip, I promise. Next, we headed to the open house for the kids and teen clubs. First up was Deck 2 to the Oceaneers Club for ages 3 to 10, which is where Reese falls into. Oh, look at this. Look at the mural, bud. You're missing. Look at.
Yeah, that's what I thought we would have. Oh. Oh. Look at that. That's cool. This is
Gorgeous. Okay, you want to go in? Looky here. Yeah, look at buddy. This is where you make your own suit. You'll be able to take pictures of people up here. But Marvel isn't all the Oceaneers Club has to offer. There you go. Oh my goodness. Yeah, oh, look at it. Star Wars cargo bay is where the kids can care for some of their favorite Star Wars critters and take part in resistance missions along the way, and there are Easter eggs all over this area. It's an overall incredibly themed space. Next, we passed through the dance club before Reese had to undertake a rite of passage for Oceaneers Club members.
just taking over for a second. Let's go!
Okay.
Awesome. How was it?
Amazing.
Awesome. How do we do?
Reese, did they already check your band at the front?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Then I don't even have to do that.
Yeah, he's already done. Yeah.
Am I allowed to stay down here and get used to my habitat?
The Imagineering Lab has all kinds of fun activities, including designing your own attraction. It is crazy. And let's actually go look and see where our rooms are. Oh, way down there. That's funny. Mickey and Minnie's Captain's Deck is for the people on the younger end of the Oceaneers Club so they can run around and not get run over by the bigger kids. The It's a Small World Nursery is a paid service that requires a reservation, unlike the rest of the Oceaneers Club. Here they have cribs and change stations, and your infants are going to get excellent care while you're off elsewhere. Step on the blurps.
Mama, look!
I'd like my whole house.
Blurp.
That'd be fun.
Retail hall.
Would this be like something for all?
Yeah, this would fit into your space. Oh, look it up at the roof. Fairy Tale Hall is where the kids will find themselves to hear stories and do all sorts of crafts in various settings, themed for things like Beauty and the Beast, Frozen, and so much more. On the main deck, as we made our way to Vibe, we came across the Toy Story Splash Zone, a great place for the littles to play in the water. Next up, we had Vibe that's on deck 12. It's the area for teens 14 and over, and it is a much different vibe than the Oceaneers Club, with a great hangout space, awesome views off the ship, tons of games, their own bar area, and activities all day from open until midnight each day of the cruise. Edge can be found on deck 5 and is more for your tweens with a similar kind of setup. The space is for ages 11 to 14 and features a lot of tabletop games as well as spaces with screens for all kinds of entertainment. It's a little aged down from Vibe, but not so much that it feels kiddie. Oh, look at these sitting as cherries. This seems like your vibe. That good? Both Vibe and Edge attendees will also have activities in the Hero Zone, which is otherwise open to any guest. In here, you'll find even more games like basketball, cornhole, and ping pong on the first floor. There's also a day where an inflatable obstacle course fills this entire space. Good seat. Let's seat check. I'm never going to be able to get up. Oh, it's like an inflatable. Yeah, this is... Thank you. On the second floor, you'll find a number of air hockey and foosball tables. Why is that so teeny? Next, we checked out Jumbeau's Sweets, the ice cream / candy shop on board. These treats all come at an extra cost, so be mindful of that. They have tons of specialty flavors of ice cream, sorbet, and gelato for you to check out, and a number of sundaes that can be created with your choice of toppings. You can get a sundae in this collectible container or get a number of pre-designed sundaes as well. You'll also find a number of homemade confections, from these chocolate bark postcards to truffles, and we had all these special holiday-themed candies as well. There are all kinds of cupcakes and macarons, shortbread cookies, dips, strawberries and marshmallows, and so much more. The whole shop is themed to Zootopia, with this great table with Nick and Judy enjoying a sweet treat. You'll also find a lot of pre-packaged candy here if that's more your speed. Next, it was time for our muster drill, and if you're unfamiliar with muster drills, it's basically a safety drill where everybody gets together and the crew shows you what to do in the event of an emergency. They're going to play the alarms so you know what those sound like, and then they're going to tell you basically what to do, which is have your life vest, go to the area that has been designated for you. That is where your muster drill is going to be. You have been given a designated area, and they'll just do things like show you how to wear all your safety equipment and things like that, so you are safe as possible if the need arises. Okay, so the muster drill is done. Having done the Royal Caribbean version of this, it is a much more efficient version than what happened here. Everybody just stood around and waited forever until it actually got started, whereas Royal Caribbean, you get on the boat and you can do it right away. So I definitely recommend that version over this version, and hopefully maybe one day they can fix it, but it's done now. Once it got started, it was fast, and that's, I guess, ultimately what's important. Now we're off to do other stuff. With the muster drill all done, we found ourselves a spot on the main deck for Let's Set Sail, the Disney Treasure Sail Away Party. Take a sip.
Who's excited for a brand new adventure?
Travelers, adventurers, friends, my name is Coriander.
And I am
say?
We are the storytellers.
We are the treasure seekers.
From far and wide you've traveled, but your journey is just beginning.
Indeed, you gathered here for adventure. You gathered here for magic.
You gathered here to seek a treasure.
Oh, I love finding treasure. It's right there where you are. See you around.
Happy sailings!
See you real soon.
Now go have an adventure!
After Let's Set Sail and some more wandering around the ship, we made our way to the first of our rotational dining experiences. This one was at Plaza De Coco, a dinner and show that on night one features the cast of Coco getting ready for Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead. This ofrenda at the end of the hall by the entrance is so amazingly detailed. Make sure to spend some time with it when you're aboard the ship. Now with rotational dining, you're going to have the same servers at every seating as well as the same table number, which you'll be able to find in the Disney Cruise Line app, as well as which restaurants you'll be eating at on which days. The theming in this restaurant gives you that real family gathering vibe with the mismatched seating and the overhead lighting.
Come, bienvenidos everyone. Welcome to Santa Cecilia.
We are so excited to have you all here in our home for celebrate and get prepared for Dia de Muertos.
Where are you from? Colorado. Welcome to.
Where are you from?
Buenas tardes, buenas noches, señoritas, señores. Here with you tonight, we enjoy the alegría. For this music is my language. You know, this is my vida.
The menu features mainly Mexican fare, including chorizo street croquettes, Abuelita Elena's shrimp diabla, goat's cheese yellow and red beet tower, chicken tortilla soup, and entrees like butternut squash enchiladas, Luis's pollo asado, and Enrique's port wine braised center cut beef short rib, with some lighter notes like a mesquite spiced salmon salad, roasted chicken and sirloin steak, and desserts like Tia Gloria's flan de queso, warm coconut tres leches, and Mama Coco's coffee creme. Carrie started out with the goat's cheese yellow and red beet tower.
The beef with goat cheese is really
How is
good.
everyone doing? Are you enjoying the
Pickled
food?
beets and goat cheese. It's delicious.
I started with the chicken tortilla soup. The tortilla soup was good. There was a little bite when you caught the right little spot, but it was just a beautiful tangy tomato, a lot of tortilla in there. It still had enough of a crunch to just give it some texture. Absolutely delicious, a perfect little starter for the day. As a kid, Reese gets his entree when we get our first course, and he went with the pasta and meatballs. Not a first for him in a restaurant that's not meant for Italian food, but he seems happy with it, so why judge?
It is nice. It is
Carrie and my mom each had a traditional margarita with dinner. Good marg? Tasty marg? Carrie had the butternut squash enchilada, which she said was good, just a little bit salty though. And I had the pasilla brown sugar rubbed roasted pork tenderloin, which I did not get a shot of because I got distracted with something else. The meat was cooked perfectly. The tenderloin was, to its name, tender. It was a really nice dish. Abby got the mesquite spiced salmon salad with iceberg lettuce, radicchio, arugula, roasted corn, grape tomatoes, cucumber tortilla, goat cheese, avocado, and black beans with a lime cilantro dressing. She said it was some of the best salmon she ever had. And the coconut tres leches, which she had for dessert, immediately became the dish to beat for her for the remainder of the cruise. I got a taste of it too, and it was so moist and delicious. Carrie and I each had the Mexican chocolate tart with a spiced chocolate creme, caramel pecan nuts, and a chocolate glaze, topped with additional chocolate and fruit.
It's very rich but light, and the spice is just really nice on it. It's strong, but it's really nice.
But before we all go, there is still one more thing we have to do.
2 hours later.
The spice in this tart, it's a slow build and then a slap, and it's really good. It's a rich chocolate ganache kind of thing, but not so bad that it's like too sweet to handle. I think that this is a delicious thing. Oh, I don't have my... I'll do it.
And we ordered a Mama Coco's coffee creme for the table to try. It's like a take on tiramisu with ladyfingers, Kahlua espresso, and mascarpone cheese surrounded by chocolate discs.
So it's very cream forward. Get a little coffee flavor, which is nice. I'm not a coffee drinker myself, so just to get a little taste of it is nice. The individual chocolate discs, whatever you want to call them. Nice rich chocolate, but it goes beautiful in complementing the creaminess. This is like one of my favorite pieces of art, the depth and stuff like this. I know that there's the ship's in the background right now. You can see the ship there. It's supposed to animate, and we're not seeing that right now, but it's very, very cool. And then if you get a look at the floor, you can see some Mickeys going on. That's awesome. Okay, so we finally got to our room with all of our stuff actually delivered. And this was actually in here waiting for us, not something that we ordered, but it's a nice Bon Voyage gift from Disney Cruise Line. Okay, so we have to hold up for a second here. So I didn't read the card that was actually on the bag. I just didn't notice it until after we had opened everything up. This gift was actually from our travel agent, Carrie, and the people at Pure Magic Vacations. And again, they have not sponsored any of our videos. They have just been great helps to us. Even if you're somebody who really likes planning vacation yourself, having somebody like that is just a godsend. It's easier to process payments. You get into situations sometimes where you might not be able to be online at time to book something that you want to book. They can be on for you to do that. They're also really good at finding the deals for you, and it doesn't cost you a penny. All of the money that they make comes from not you. So definitely check out using a travel agent. I recommend Pure Magic Vacations. I've been using them for a really long time now, and I think that they're excellent. And once again, because I can't read a card correctly to save my life, apparently, Carrie, thank you so much for the amazing gift. Now watch me open it. Well, let's open it up and see what's in here. And it is a gorgeous Disney Cruise Line backpack. I like that a lot. Oh, there's stuff in here. We appear to have gotten a Disney Cruise Line towel. Beautiful feeling towel. Disney Cruise Line there, you get it. And we got as well a Disney Cruise Line Magic Meets the Sea water bottle. Very nice. It's got the little hangy guy there. That's awesome. What a nice little gifty thing. That's awesome. And outside of some evening exploration of the ship, that was the end of night one of our cruise aboard the Disney Treasure. I tell you, we could not have had a better first night on this cruise. It set a really high bar for the rest of the vacation, and I tell you, we meet it or top it quite a bit, so make sure that you stay with us on this journey. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when the new videos in this series come out. The next video is day 2 of our cruise, and it's going to be a day at sea. There's a lot of stuff going on. We've got a lot of entertainment. We got a lot of food. Do a little bit of self-care. Let's get a little call to action for a comment down below. What was your very first cruise that you ever took? If you haven't taken a cruise, what would you like your very first cruise to be? Let us know down in the comments. And that's where we're going to cut it off for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, whatever you do, make it magical.